Yo, what's good? Big Z here, and today I'm going to show you guys how to make this track. So the track is called Sing For You by Raven and Kreyn. They have a really sick style, really unique style that I like a lot. So let's dive in and I'll show you guys how I remade it. As always, all the serum patches and MIDI files will be linked down below. So I guess we can start with this lead sound here. Here's what it sounds like by itself. So it really is just a saw wave and serum, but it's the effects that make it sound cool. So as you can see, I just have this envelope here that's shaped like that is opening up the cutoff of this filter all the way. But in the effects section, there's some cool things going on. I'll turn all these effects off. Here's what it sounds like without the effects. And then with the effects. So it's not a huge change, but it just helps it sound a little cooler and more unique and sit in the mix better. So first of all, I'm using this envelope to modulate the mix of this hyper section up here. Then I'm just adding some tube distortion, some multi-band compression, and I'm adding a formant filter at the end. Then for external processing, I have some stereo widening going on with Ozone Imager. I believe this is a free plugin if you want to download it. Just widens it up a little bit. Then I have some EQ, just rolling off everything below 250 Hertz. And then some multi-band compression, just shaping the sound a little bit and helping it sit in the mix better. So without that compression, it would sound like this. And then after, just kind of helps clean it up a little bit. So next up, we'll talk about my favorite sound in the song, which is this cool sounding formant bass right here. It's a really cool sound. So I remade this sound in Serum as well, and it is actually just a saw wave, but I'm using this sync feature right here, which is a cool way to get some interesting harmonics out of the sound. So if I were to move this down back to a normal saw wave, it would be too low of an octave. But if I move this sync feature up here, so there's exactly two saw waves right next to each other, it actually seemingly moves it up an octave. But it gives it a little bit of a different characteristic than if you were to just move the octave up using this right here. So I'm using this envelope 1 to modulate the cutoff of this low pass filter right here. And I'm also using this LFO on envelope mode down here just to add some white noise, some crunchiness to the top of the bass. And then in the effects section, I have a few different things going on. Here's what it sounds like without the effects. And then with all the effects. So again, with this sound, I'm using the envelope to modulate the mix of the hyper section. Then I'm adding some phaser to make it a little funkier sounding. Actually, this chorus is off. I'm not even using it. So forget about that. Then I have some multi-band compression on there. And then the bulk of the character of the sound is coming from this Formant 2 filter right here, which is in the miscellaneous section. So every once in a while this saw bass hit is coming in. It's really standard sound, but it's a good thing to use when you have some stabs coming in, like at the beginning of a bar. And all it is a really distorted saw wave with some white noise on top of it. So I have this tube distortion with the drive and mix all the way up. And then adding white noise when it's that distorted actually gives it a cool effect. Then external processing, I have the CLA bass plugin, just adding compression. And then I just have this EQ cutting off everything below 100 Hertz again to make room for the sub. Last up is just these chords that are going on with the reverse chords in there as well. Here's what they sound like. So they're pretty basic chords. I just use this basic mini wavetable in the analog section and move the wavetable position to right here, position 3. Use 7 voice unison, a little bit of detune. Here's what the envelope looks like. And then in the effects section, I'm just adding some phaser and some multi-band compression. Again, you can download all these presets in the link below. Alright, that's it for this one. I'll play the full thing again at the end of the video. Make sure you tune in to Sunday's video because I'm going to be making a custom build-up from scratch for this song, just to show you guys kind of how I approach making build-ups for my own songs. So make sure to check that out on Sunday. Other than that, follow me on Instagram and Spotify below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.